Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's go and start. So we go to build an application, SAP Build Code, full stack application. We will create a product shop application, and we can keep this all free, and then we'll say create.
Sayed, tomorrow I will not able to attend the class because I will travel to official tour.
Okay, no problem. So so tomorrow you will not there, but class will go on. So please watch the recordings. Tomorrow we will do with mostly integration suite part. So at least you can just quickly watch the tomorrow recordings. Okay, that is a one day topic only.
Yeah. Okay.
No problem.
Actually, I missed the opportunity to join the class.
Sorry.
I missed the opportunity to see the all the integration, post
Uh,
integration soon
yes,
class.
yes, yes. Don't worry. We will try to start today as well. Don't worry. If you are going, then what I can do right for you, then we'll just check with Prem. So build process automation few part we can do tomorrow also first off, and then we will start with integration suite today itself, so that you will see that few of the components. Okay. Let's
Yes,
check
yes,
with
yes.
Prem as well. Okay. Don't worry. So you will be available for the next class, right? If I'm correct. Next class will be the last class. Please be there. We will just see a few of the CI/CD DevOps topics and also a few of the important stuff like what is CI/CD, what is pipeline, what is you can say a few of the BTP service like document extraction service. We will check this on. Okay.
And Sayed, also we are uh, try to enable the Joule for our success factor environment. So
Hmm.
when I run the, I log in into the BTP service account for our company and do the run the booster for the Joule integration, then
Hmm.
it is prerequisite is able to complete, but the entitlement is not able to. It gives me error for entitlement. I don't know what
Okay.
is the issue of
We can check
entitlement.
that, Nilesh, for you. Okay. So Joule is a new component, right? There might be some issue or maybe control center. You have noticed that Joule is not stable, that one. So we will see that one. Don't worry. Okay. You can share the screen and we can check. I don't know how much far I can help you, but I will definitely try that. Okay. Okay. So now you can see that you have the project code, and then we can come to the guide section. We'll say generative AI power development. And then now we will create a data model and service creation. And we'll say open Joule. Okay, so let me just first check a normal Joule creation. Good. So you can see here the data got generated, which is very good. Now let's go and define our own product shop application. So what we'll define in product shop, we'll say create an app with entities product. So that is a problem, right? We have to type correct with entities, product and supplier. Okay, we will say like this. Okay, we will say each product will have name, emission, name, stock, price, emission. Okay, emission. Each supplier will have name, address, name and address. Okay, something like that. And then we will also write some association. So we'll say product is associated with supplier, and then we'll submit it. Let's see how it got generated. You will see the power of this Joule, that you will able to see that your code is got generated. Can you see this one?
Yes, I
Yes, no, and so what did you see here? Just tell me.
Joule creates the entity for product and supplier.
So initially in our CAP application, when we learned CAP application, all these things we have developed from the scratch, correct? Written code from the scratch. But now, if you see here, we are only Joule is integrating everything. But if you see here, Joule doesn't know everything. Like emission should be date, but our emission shouldn't be the date, right? If you see, our emission should be integer, correct? Okay, our price something. So we can change like that. We'll say like that emission. We say like that emission will be stored as as integer integer. What did you notice here?
So say Joule automatically select the variable type, also stock as an
Yes,
integer and price as a decimal.
yes. So I have just defined that my product entity will have this one field, and automatically with the help of this Joule AI, because Joule is already deciding on the AI power, right? And with this help of this AI trained model, right, which is large language model, which is been trained for this Joule, it will understand what exactly the field and the data type I should be stored. So these are the pre-trained model by the, I can say, the powered by AI models, LLM, large language models, which help them to achieve this. Impressed or not? Just tell me.
Yes, I have. It is interesting.
Now I'm going to show you one thing. Now with the just help of this single button, either you can regenerate the code. If I want, I can regenerate my second piece of code. Same thing, regeneration will be happening again. So ChatGPT, what is ChatGPT? You can regenerate the code again and again. See, I have regenerated the code again. Maybe something really different. Now the supplier also has the product, right? You can see here like that. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply click accept. And now you will see here that after some time that this data model will get filled. Can you see that one? So your data model got created, your service got created. And now, if you see the code, if you want to see the code, you can also see the code. See, can you see the code here? And if you come to DB and schema, see, the data is created for you. Now, previously, all these things we have to write by our own, by scratch. Now, with the help of AI power, how easy is now to develop a piece of code, at least a basic code. Okay, I'm not saying that with AI you will develop a full-fledged full stack with a single thought. No, now you know the cap. You already know the cap, right? You already know what is in the cap. At least I will not say that you are an expert on cap, but you know most of the things on cap. You can debug that. You can find the issue now. You can understand what is going on. And with the help of Joule, you have speeded up your development. Okay, so now you can at least have the basic template for you, which you can run with. So tell me, you and Prem, what do you feel about this development infrastructure? I'm commenting, just give your thought.
So, Sayed, with the help of Joule, we can expedite the creating the apps and creating the code automatically.
Yes, code generation is automated now, most of the thing. Prem, what do you feel?
With automatic, we have generated a file and code.
Mhm. Do you think that this piece of lines of code, like you just have to write some prompt, and with the help of prompt, did you feel that you are able to create this code very easily? Just think what is on your mind. What is
Yeah,
an
that
application
makes
you want to
easier.
create, and how easy it is. You don't need to define all those things. Okay, good. So we have done, we have created a schema, which is good. And if we come to the storyboard, can also see all those things. Now we will do some more stuff. We will generate the sample data CSV file on our schema. So now if you see the schema, you don't have the you have the CSV file, ready-made CSV file. So it's just stick it out. Okay, and you have the ready-made supplier detail as well. Can you see how the power of the Joule is that automatically your whole CSV also got created? Did you find it magical? You don't need to write
Yes, Sayed.
manually. It automatically created for you. If you are not happy, you can generate a new one. Let's see. So we already have the mock data now. So now what we are going to do, we will generate one more one, or maybe we will edit the sample data, or maybe do that. So let's do what that we will generate one more sample data, like OpenJoule. And we will just write generate sample data. We will just like that open and see automatically it will generate the sample data for you. It's already generated for you initially. Just see that. If you're not happy, you can regenerate again, new one, new sample data. See, it already generated all the sample data. See now it generated 3 suppliers. It has associated also with them. Now I am going to accept this. And it is saying that if you accept, then the previous sample data might get override. I will say, okay, I'm happy with that. Don't worry. Let's wait for some time. It will take the time to load. And what I'm going to do, I'll create the product now. See, can you see all that thing? So now Joule has given you a ready-made mock CSV file. So you can basically run the service as well. So if I do and run it, let's see. Just click on this button, which is green color button. It will execute the file for you, and you can see your new service will get created. Let's wait for that. Okay. Now you have a product and supplier entity. Okay. And now we don't have a web application right now, but still you can see that. And now if you see this one, open this one, right? US code, you can see the service. Can you see the product entity?
Yes, sir.
Now you can come back. Similarly, where you can see the supplier entity. See? And now build code also provides a not a local Fiori application. You can see a mock Fiori. You can see it's because right now there is no web application, but still you can see the Fiori. You just have to open this table, and you can see this Fiori application as a table. Yeah, let me show you. See, you can see all those product detail, and if you open it, you can see the detail page. How easy now it is? Just tell me. Now, if you open the edit, you can see that it's also a value help the supplier. And if you open this one, you can see the association. If you want to edit, you can edit it. If you can want to save, you can save it. Now tell me how it is. Did you find it very easy now?
Yes, sir.
Now, if you notice here, you have a CSV file, which is okay. If you want, you can enhance those CSV files. So you can just click on enhance, and then you can come the tool. And now I can say generate, generate, generate. I will say generate supplier from India, something like that. Let's see. Okay, see something called India supplier has came. A dummy one, obviously, right? It's not that, or maybe I can say generate supplier whose address is from India, something like that. Submit. Okay. Again, one more only. So what I'm going to do, I'm just accepting. So now can you see one more supplier got generated? And if you see the file will definitely be have that India supplier. See? Something definitely you can enhance it. Let's go and enhance the product now. I will come to the product and I will say enhance. Generate 10, I'll say 10 sample data from, I will say whose product is from. So now this is electronics industry, right? So we can say food industry. Let's see. I don't know how much, or it's from medical industry. Medical industry. Let's see. Okay, so now if you notice here, they have generated, but the value is not that much because it is medical product one, medical product two, which is not good. I want some realistic, so let's lead generate. Okay, not that much successful, but I can give something. For example, ECG, pulse meter, oximeter, and so on. Let's see if this will give something. I'm just guessing it, okay? It's not that much, you can say, open as ChatGPT, which you can use, but still it is a very good to at least start with your application. Okay, can you see now? And if I do accept, you will notice it. So
Sayed, it's append the data product list.
yes. And now if you see here, can you see it appended with medical devices? Initially, this emission is integer, but I guess I put it again the date and see now the date format is coming. But just notice this one, how it automatically recognizes that I want a product from medical device company, like ECG, pulse
And
meter,
supplier is
stethoscope.
associated with this also.
No, so supplier is associated, but not all supplier at the correct value. So we will go and assign the correct value because I have changed the supplier also, right, in the between. So I will change and update the supplier. Let's do something here. And let's go something I will assign here and there. Let's go and done. And now if you see the Fiori application, can you see the application now? And you're all associated in PT with a supplier. So now you have all those fields which you have created. So if you come to again to the generative AI powered development, you have created a sample data. Now let's come to some more interesting part. Okay. What interesting part we can do here? We will add the application logic. Now, what does application logic means? I'm saying logical JS code. Yes, I'm correct. So you can add your whole Node.js code also via the Joule. Let's see how we can do. So we will go and create application logic. So first we have to come to the open CDS graphical modeler. So let's come there. So this graphical model will get open. Okay. And then we will go and come to the product, because there only we have to create a logic. So we will come here, we will just open this one. And you can see it's the sign, right? Add logic. We will click on add logic. So now you have to add the logic. Okay. So we will just click on add. Okay. And now it is saying where you want to add. So I will write some logic. Okay. So now if you see here in my application, I will say that I wanted to not edit my product or not to add my any stock if the stock is greater than 40 or 30. So if my stock is greater than 30, I cannot go and add or change the stock. Okay, correct? So it's a before validation. So before, and I will say update. Okay, I will use that one. And I will click on this open code editor. I will write application logic AI enabled. So I will come here, and you can see here you are getting this code file also generated, which is product logic.js and a Joule. Here I'm going to write a code, write a prompt to check the code. So I will say throw an error, throw an error when you want to update the stock, update the product whose stock is greater than 40. And I will say great. Before I regenerate, I'm going to ask you, what do you understand by this prompt? Nilesh or Prem, can anybody tell me? So what do you understand by this prompt which I have entered right now? What exactly I'm going to generate? What exactly my motive is?
So Sayed, if stock is greater than 40 of any product, then we cannot update this product or
Yes,
its stock.
very good. Yes, very good. So I'm saying that, for example, if you come here, if you come to this product, I am simply saying that let's suppose for this product, if the order is 50, right? If I go with this product, if I try to edit it, and if I try to save something here, stock, let's suppose stock applied or anything, okay? If I save it, so right now, if I let's suppose if I do 70, I save it. It got saved, right? But I don't want to do it. I should throw an error. I shouldn't get allowed to it get saved because stock is greater than 40. You understood right now? Okay. So I'm going to generate a piece of code. Let's see. See the magic. You have a full-fledged Node.js code automatically written for you by the cap, by the Joule. See how the recommendation is. It's already saying that if the data.stock is greater than 40, request.reject it allow that cannot update the product whose stock is greater than 40. Let's suppose I will believe it and I will put accept. Let's see if that will work or not. So I save it. Can you see the code automatically get reflected now? And now what I'm going to do, I will come here, I will refresh the code. I will come to the product entity. Let's suppose I will change something here, stethoscope again. I will come to edit. I will say something here, 70 I will add, something called 70 I will add, and I will try to save. Can you see the magic now?
Yes, Sayed.
What do you feel that your whole tension and whole everything has now removed to create a code
Yes,
or to how
so
fast it is? Do you think SAP is doing a lot more thing for you? Do you feel the magic that how seamlessly now CAP is doing all those things, and why the CAP is powerful? Why I was always telling from the day one that don't underestimate the CAP is very powerful. And with the help of AI enabled Joule, see the power now. See the streamline now. See the process now. See the how light-hearted it is now. See that how efficiently you can build the application. See how without error you can build the application. You for the newbie who is trying this build code, they might feel very easy, very hey, see, I'm seeing the application. But you are also understanding the logic because you know, right? You know the code. You know the code, you know what is happening, you know everything, what is module.export, what is product logic, so you know in and out of the CAP application, and you have seen that how easily this everything is getting developed.
So, Sayyid, why below error is coming in red?
Which error? This is the
In the
error
debug
message.
console.
This is the error
Yes.
message which we cannot update stock which is greater than 40. You got the error message, right? So you can able to see that in the console also, right? You can see that in the console. Okay. Now if you remove
Okay.
it,
Okay.
you can discard the draft, discard and refresh. See, your error will go off. See, now it's gone.
Yeah. Yeah. Understood.
Now you come to the application logic. You can also add unit testing. Unit testing by the Joule. That is not that much relevant. Now you can see here, you can also add Fiori UI application also via the Joule. But anyway, now what I'm going to do, I will just go and first of all, let me just terminate this one. Okay. And I will come to this sample editor. Okay, come to the storyboard. Now you can see here that you have a data model, services, and then you can extend whatever you want to do. That's your because I've already teach you. Let's go and just quickly add the UI part also. UI part the same thing which you already understand the page map concept. So we will simply go and create a simple UI application. So I will say product shop. Yeah, and then you will say next. And you will say template based responsive application I want to create. You will say next. Just say list report page, data object page will be entity and something here, and then you just click on next. It will allow generation, and your UI application will get generated. See, now your UI is generated. You can directly go and let's wait for some more time. You can see you are getting the page map. Can you see here? Now in the page map, you can do a lot more things. Let's suppose in the object page, let's suppose in the list report page, you want to do some changes. You can do. Just give me back. Same thing which you already studied, so I don't need to so much, but little bit I will change. For example, column I will not give the supplier ID, but rather than I will give the supplier. Uh, or maybe I will hide this one. Okay, this one I will not keep. So there will be no supplier on the front page. On the object page, there will be supplier. So what I'm going to do, general information, form, fields, supplier, and I will go to display value help, and value source property ID, value description property. I will put name. Okay. Text arrangement ID only. Yes. Okay. Okay. Now let's go and do the Fiori application. So maybe I will quickly go and run the play button. Okay. So now can you see the web application now? And if you open the web application, so you can see here, you are getting all those things, and you open back, you can see the supplier also. Okay. And now if you want to change something, that for example, let's suppose change a supplier, then text, in the text you put name, or I will put supplier address, something like that. Text arrangement, I will say ID only. It's not coming. So I will give here text first. Nice. Okay, so this ID is coming like that, but I want to give the name, right? So supplier, not address, supplier slash name. Okay, ABC Electronics. I will also I will only give name. Hmm. Okay, so let's say enough. This is enough. This is I can say it's good. Now what I'm going to do, and I'm going to explain to you, is that your whole application UI is ready, and now it's time to deploy. So before we deploy, let's do one thing, is that we will go and have to create a HANA database, because I told you, right, my account is new. So what I'm going to do, that I'm going to create a HANA database. I'll come here, come to this dev part, SAP HANA Cloud. So we will create a SAP HANA database. Okay. So let me go here. Okay, so we'll create our next step. For a DB. Okay, next step. Next step. Next step. create instance. Good. So this will allow to get it created. It will take some time, so don't worry about that. Now, if you see the code now, let's go and explore the code. So now you have an schema. Okay, you can see here you have a whole ready-made CSV file. Okay, if you come to this SRV, you can see here that you have a service.cds, which service got created. You can also see you have a service.js file. Okay, you can see here you have access security.json. You can see here you have a package.json. Okay, so you can also see here the product logic code and the product logic.js file. First of all, any question here, and of course your UI module. So any question till now? And of course, if you see here your whole annotation list, which you have generated by the page now. Whatever that. So any question till now? Ask some question. Do you feel that this is good? This has will reduce your whole optimum time in your development life cycle. This will create a more impact on your project, on your work.
Yes, of course. So yeah, it's so cool.
So now, do you feel that you really don't need to be an expertise in CAP now? With the help of Joule, you can at least develop the full stack application. And as you have already have a fair knowledge of CAP, you can do some extension on top of that. Because you already had all the infrastructure ready by the Joule, right? So you can do the extension very easily.
Yes,
Am I correct?
yes.
So let me just see here. Okay, it will take some time to create, don't worry. Okay, so let's wait for some 5 minutes, or because HANA-DB will take some time. So we'll meet at 7 minute 4:15, and then we will do the deployment. Okay, let's wait for that. Presentation access. Let me share the screen. I hope you're all able to see my screen. So I will refresh the sub account. Let's see if the HANA DB got created or not. Good, it's created, it's running. And now I'm going to show you a very beautiful magic. So previously, you remember, right, when we have to deploy the application, how difficult it is to, first of all, although it is very simple, first of all, that you have to add MTA using CDS, add MTA. You know, right, what is MTA file? You remember, right? Just remember a few weeks back when we were deploying the CAB, we need an MTA file where we have created all those services and resources and modules, and then we have deployed created the MTAR, and then we deploy the application. Remember?
Yes.
Now there is a concept called single click deployment. What does this build code will do now? That with just one click, you will able to generate an MTA. By the help of generative AI feature, it will understand what are the services it needed to get deployed, and automatically it will deploy your code to your sub account. just one click. Okay, let me see. If you come here to this Service Task Center Task Explorer, you will see here you are getting one button, Enable Discovery and Deploy Product Shop. Enable Discovery means that it will help you to create an MTA, generate an MTAR file. Then you will have to just log into your sub account and it will automatically deploy your application. So what I'm going to do, I will just click this run and see the magic now. See the command now. So if you see here, what is happening, see, can you see here everything? So I will come here. I will directly see here. Can you see MTA file got generated? And if you see here, your MTAR file getting generated. See, and your MTA build is happening. Let's see that. See, your MTA build is happening. See, in MTA, all the file has been already been created for you. See, you haven't have to do anything manually now. Everything is now automated. See, now I just have to log in. So what I'm going to do, I just have to go and log in here. I will copy the token code. I will give the token code here. I will put sign in. And I will choose the space. And I will say apply. Just, and you see the automatically deployment is also happening. See, your MT archive got generated. And see your product got MTAR got generated, and see all the services is getting generated. So if you see your services now, your services is getting generated. See, can you see now? Everything is generated. Your file is, your application's deployment is happening just with one click. And that concept is known as single click deployment. In one click deployment, you are creating an MTA, you are building an MTA, you are adding an app router configuration, you are adding deployment configuration, everything you are doing in a single click deployment. And see, your application is getting deployed, your services is getting created, you can see those services getting created, your HANA schema is also getting created. And once you do, you will notice that you are getting, your application will also get created after some time. Let's see. Now services is getting created. Let's wait for some more time. See, now your service destination is getting created. Now you can see here your application might have getting created. So if I come to the application part, just see that one. Now your application is also getting generated. So it will go on. Let's see. In the meantime, it will go deploy. What I'm going to do, I will quickly go and subscribe the build work zone or Launchpad so that I can also give you access to as well. So let me just go here. I will go to Service Marketplace. I will go to Work Zone, Standard Edition. I will quickly go and create this standard plan. Create. Perfect. This is got created. Okay, and now if I come here, I will just add the role of build work zone. Okay, launchpad add external user. Perfect. Okay, so your application is deployed. Very good. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply open the Launchpad, let it open. And if you see your HTML5 application, you will also notice that your application is deployed. Right now, let's wait for Launchpad to first to generate. Okay. Why it is taking time? Okay, so this is got generated. If you see your HTML5 application repository, you will see those application which has been deployed very soon. Yes, so you can see here you are getting two applications. You can also open that application into here, but I will prefer to view it into the build work zone. So let me just come here, open the build work zone edition. So I will create a site here, simply product shop. I will say create. Okay, I will come here. I will go to the HTML5 application. I will update it. I will come to this Content Explorer, HTML5 application. I will just add these two. Add. I will come here. I will come here. I will create a catalog and I will say product. Save. Okay, and then I will come here. Group product. Save. Okay, I will come here. Edit. Save. And now if I come here, I will just see my application. See. See all those applications. These are all deployed applications. Can you see the deployed URL? If you go to edit, you can see those value help as well. Which you need. You can do all those operations which you feel. See, I cannot do the operation because I put it the validation here. So this validation will not go if the stock is less than 40. So I will come here. I will open some another application. Let's suppose I wanted to change this one. I will come here. I will give the name laptop, or maybe I will change the supplier. In the supplier, I will save it and then see this all changes. Okay, so what is your experience? Easy, simple, tough, too much complicated? How it is? And with already having a brief knowledge of CAP, what do you feel now? First of all, Prem, you tell me because you were totally silent. I don't know whether you really understood. Nilesh has a at least a fair understanding of build code. He has already tried it out. Tell me something, Prem. What do you feel now after learning CAP and then doing the same stuff very easily by the build code? Prem, are you there? Nilesh, can you hear me?
Yes, Sayed.
Okay, so Prem is not there, I guess, in the call then. Nilesh, so tell me, what is your experience? You have a fair knowledge of CAP right now. And I don't know how much you are using right now in CAP in your project, whether you are really using or not. That is totally not the point here. But as you have already have the fair understanding of the CAP because we have devoted a lot more time there. Okay. Okay. So our whole 60% of effort already went to the CAP. And with the development of this all this CAP from the step scratch and then doing the same magic by the help of Joule more easily, more seamlessly, more deployment because you now you already know the in-out architecture of CAP, and with the help of Joule, you deploy it so much easily. What do you feel
Yes.
of experience?
Actually, I have built the CAP application,
Hmm.
uh, creating the CAP application in Office, and but deployment is
Hmm.
too hard to deploy the application. But
Hmm.
now one-click deployment is so easy, and
Hmm.
it's depend on the practice also.
Yes, yes, yes. So I completely agree with you that deployment was never an easy way when we do manually. Okay, even though we generate MTA,
Yes,
but you have to know the concept. What is app router configuration? What is deployment configuration? What is HTML5 repository which we have to add? And all these things were there. Okay. So you have this basic concept was needed. So you have already got that concept. Maybe you will see one time more recording, you will figure it out. But now with the help of one-click deployment, you don't need to know that. You don't need to know that. And you are able to
yes,
deploy the application. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't have the knowledge of that. So if the person who doesn't have the knowledge of this whole inert architecture, even though he managed to deploy, he will not able to find the issue. If suppose one-click deployment fails,
yes.
then it will be difficult for him to troubleshoot that. So Joule will make your life easier, but it will make your life like a hell if Joule will go into some error. So for that,
So
we
Sayed,
have already have a please Nilesh, go on.
I have a one question. It
Hmm.
is necessary to create a HANA database to deploy the CAP application. Can we not
Yes.
uh, connect with our on-prem SAP database?
No, 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 no. You cannot connect with on-prem to SAP database because architecture is totally different. You cannot expose on-prem database to the cloud. You cannot allow any public application to get connected to your on-prem because on-prem database has to be secured. Okay, the precious transaction is going on. You cannot allow any third-party application because BTP is still a third-party application if you compare with your on-prem application. So you cannot allow any application which is hosted on the cloud to get directly integrated with on-prem. First of all, it is not possible, and second of all, it is not recommended one. It is strongly opposed scenario which you are saying. If you don't want HANA database, you can use SQLite and you can deploy your application on the cloud without creating HANA database as a workaround.
Not connect
Okay.
through.
Sorry, Nilesh, I cannot hear you. You got disconnected.
No, no, no. I understand, Sayed. Can we not connect with the on-prem database
Hmm.
through API using
API.
API?
No, no. API is used for transaction. API is used for transaction. Okay, but API will not persist the data. It's a communication which is going on. So you can write back the data from your cloud application to your on-prem database. So let me show you the architecture. What exactly I want to. So let me remove your confusion. So let's suppose if I share my screen, let's suppose you have these two systems. One is on BTP, second is your, let's suppose S/4HANA on-prem. You have the database here. Okay, you have application, you have database. Now, if you want to or some application which is on the BTP. Now, if you want to connect your BTP database, you need a connectivity, right? And you need an API call. Okay, but you cannot allow this application to tightly integrate your database. So you cannot do that. First of all, it's not a way to do that, and therefore it's not recommended. Now, the point is that API will only help you to move the data from here to here or write back the data from here to here. But the persistent has to be done on the standalone database. So this application persistence had to be done on there. This application, there is some application layer transaction which will persisted on this database. So you cannot persist the data from here into this, but you can move the data from here. Like movement of the data can happen on the runtime using an API call.
Yeah,
Any counter
understand.
question?
So using API, we can move the data from BTP to on-prem as for HANA database. No?
Yes, of course. So let's suppose if you want to update if you want to update something on S4 HANA system or something, you can do the write back call. You can do the patch request on the same API calls. You can update the database of on-premise system. That you can do it.
Can you cover this topic also? So how to update the S4 HANA on-prem database using BTP API or something else?
Yes. We can definitely check that, but that is a very easy and simple scenario. I will definitely go and quickly show you that what is the way you can do that, and I will try to make sure that this can be achieved. Okay, so don't worry, we'll check that part in some maybe on the not on the next, maybe on the last. Just remind me, but that is a very easy. So I will show you once again. So if you go to API Business Accelerator Hub, right? If you go to the API Business Center Hub, you will see that we were using our API, right? Let's suppose we have used which API? I remember product API. Let's suppose product API. Now let's suppose in the product API, for example, I will come here. Product API, right? Let's suppose you wanted to create a product. If you want to get a data from on-premise system to your BTP system, you need a get call. Let's suppose you want a new product to be created on on-premise system. So you
Yes,
can
yes.
call this API, post API. Okay, and you can create a new product into on-premise system. So with the help of, so now let's suppose you have a BTP application and you have an on-premise system. Now you are at a scenario that you want to create a product from BTP application to the on-premise system. So all the product
Yes.
creation on BTP system has to be happened from BTP. So for that you need
Hmm.
post call, and then you need a underscore product data. Just do the post call on API. Previously we were using get call. Okay, that way you are getting all the data from on-premise to BTP. If you use post call, it will help you to create a new data into the BTP. If you use patch call, it will update the data. Let's suppose you have some product data into on-premise system and you want to update the product data. You need a patch call. That's it. Just do the patch call on the remote service data. It will update the data.
So we want to
At least
understand how can we call this page call or post call or
post
get.
call on the CAP application, right? So
Yes.
get call, you already saw it, right? Remember, we have already done the get call, right? Because that is why you are able to see all the when I was showing when you see the recordings, I shown you the remote system, how to consume the data. Okay. But if you wish, then I can add one more section to show you some patch requests that I will check how I can update it out. Okay. That I can try to check.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. No problem. Okay. So any more question? Okay. Good. So now we will, Prem, are you there by the way? Prem, are you there? Okay, no problem. So Prem might be not there. So now we will go and touch something on the integration suite. Okay, because as you will not be there here, so we will first start with the integration suite. I was waiting for Prem to at least be there for some time. Prem, are you there? Because he might be lost. But let me think. Prem, are you there? Hmm. Okay, so anyway, so in the meantime, when the Prem will take the time, what exactly we can do here, that we will at least go and start the tenant, how to create an integration suite tenant. Okay. So now if you come to this service marketplace, so there are multiple ways. So let's check first of all the boosters. So if you come to the boosters, I don't think integration suite they might have given. Let's check. Enable integration suite. So you can see here, right? We already have integration suite tenant. So what we'll do, we will click on the start button. And then you will see that automatically it will ask for which organ space you want to do. Okay, and then okay, so it is telling me that this one will help you to activate the capability. So first of all, it is saying me that please subscribe the integration suite application. So what we are going to do, we will come to this sub account. We will go to the service marketplace and we will type integration suite, which is already there, and we'll just say create and say create button. So now your integration suite is created. So we will just go and add the roles now. We will come here. So basically we will add few roles like integration provisioner. This role is needed to at least start the integration provision of your application. We will go and assign the role. So now once the role is assigned, we can as go and activate the capability. So we just have to come here. We have to come to the boosters. We have to again go to enable integration suite. We have to start the boosters. And now we will come to the next. And then you can see here, you can choose which of the things. So for example, here we want open connectors, where we want integration scenario, two things, that's enough. And we will say next, and we'll say finish. This will take some time to get all the activities to be get created. All the role collections and service quotas will get assigned. Then similarly, the service instance also has to be get created, which will be done by that integration switch channel as a part of boosters. Okay, so this instance creation is failed. Okay, cool. So now I will come here. I will come to this account explorer. I will come to the instances. Okay, so this is the creation is failed. So let me delete again. Let me delete. Okay, good. So in the meantime, it will get deleted. Let's start the integration tutorial. So you can click on that application now. So I will get an unauthorized message. Okay, that's very good. I will come to the users. I will come to the, okay, let's add some role if there is missing. No, that's not, no role is missing. Hmm. Okay, so let me just first of all, hmm, okay, so let me share the screen. So now you can see here you have all the tenant which has been created for integration suite. And now what we have to do, we have to add the capability. So we can go and click on this add capability. And what we have to do, let's suppose if I want build integration scenarios and if we want some open connector as well, then we can just go and click on next. And then we can click on next and activate. So what will happen that your whole, because integration suite comes with multiple capability, okay? For example, if you see here, I will show you. If you come capability like cloud integration, API management, API management, open connector, integration advisor, and many things. Okay. Prominent one are cloud integration, open connector, API management. Okay. So let's see, open connector got activated. I am also going to wait for cloud integration because this is one of the most heavy weighted service, so it will take some time. So let's wait for that, and you will notice that your whole you will see a lot of design documents. So we'll explore that. Let's see.
So says you enable the integration suite using Booster or directly?
No, manually because booster went into error, right? So I'm doing it manually.
So what access you have given to the user? So unauthorized error is removed.
No. So I haven't given anything there to remove the unauthorized error. I just remove it by close my application and tried it again after some time and close all my cache. History
Okay.
browsing cache.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
it happens sometimes because what happens, right? When you assign the role collection, right, you will notice that integration takes some 1 or 2 minutes to persist in that database because lot of places they have to activate that, right? So before that, if you try to access the panel, right, you will get on the private. Okay. Okay, so
Okay.
now your code, your two activation is done, and if you see here, I will just go and so you can see here you are getting two things. But now if you see here, there is nothing displayed. So what I have to do here, first of all, I have to come to the security. I have to come to user because now again I have activated cloud integration and open connector, right? So for that also I have to add the user now. So now let's go and add the user. So for that it is open connector. For open connector, for the cloud CPI, I need PI administrator, PI integration flow, PI read only. Okay, so these are all process integration roles. And now what I'm going to do, I will go and first log out. And then once it's successful log out, I will try to log in. Okay. Good. So now you can see all those CPI related artifacts which is available into your terminal. So you can see monitor all your integration flow APIs, artifacts you can see here. Okay, see how so we will understand most of them today. Don't worry. These are the design documents, okay, which we will have to see. These are the discover phase, inspect phase, there where you can see a lot of troubleshooting guides and some you can say system related information. We will also see integration settings where we will see that what are the common settings which you have to go through that, okay, but that is not at all relevant. Most important is discover, design and monitor. Okay, we will come to the home page and these are the home page for your integration setting. Okay, so now what I'm going to do that before we go for a break, I want all of you to quickly, you have a 5 minutes of time, or if you want, let's take a half an hour break, 5:30. In between those, how do you wish to, can you hear some discover? Let me just
Sayed, I'm
refresh.
not able to see your screen.
Okay, let me just share my screen again. Okay, I cannot able to share. Why? Okay. Hmm. Very strange. I cannot able to. Oh, so can you just add me, Dave? Can you just add me the this the presentation?
I already did that, Sayed.
But it's look like it is not coming for me. Now
Please
it's
check.
coming. Now it's coming. Now it's coming. Now it's coming. Good. Yes, I can now able to access. Thank you, Dave. So Nilesh, can you
Okay.
just see?
Yes, yes. Yes.
So this is the discover section. Okay. You also seen in the build process automation like a store, right? Similarly, you have a discover section where you will find all the integration flow which has been created and developed by customers and partners. So basically, they sometimes it's a paid subscription, it's a free subscription. So you can see lot of scenarios which has been developed, okay, and which you can use it for your company. Now you will see these are the ready-made templates. So let's suppose you can any things you can. Let's suppose you want a replication kind of scenario. Let's suppose I want master data replication scenario. So you can see all the master data replication which vendors or customers has published for you. You can directly go to that particular. Let's suppose I go to this particular one example that SAP Commerce integration with SAP Commerce Relationship Management. So I feel that okay, these artifacts are really helpful for my company. So instead of creating from the scratch, I can directly copy that integration flow. This is one thing. Now, the advantage of this thing is that you don't need to do extra development effort, or even though if you have to extend it, you can just copy that one and you can extend it on top of that. This is one of the very simple solutions. Now, if you want to develop something from the scratch, you have to move to the design phase. So discover phase is basically for exploration purpose. So if there is any artifact which is published by customers and partners which are relevant for your company, then you can definitely explore that one. Now, coming to the another part, which is the design phase. So what this design phase will do, that in the design phase, we are going to develop the new project from the scratch. So please watch this very carefully, because in the end, so you are going to do that by your own, okay? And I will try to, if the time persists, okay? I will try to make sure that you also do the same stuff by your own. Okay. So now if you go to the create part, okay, you will come here and let's suppose you have created something called product application. Okay, save it. So this is the new package you have created. So I have to just copy this one also here. So basically you have saved the new package. Now your package is created, and in that package you can go and create the integration flow. Okay, so you have to just come here, add, and I want to say that okay, I want to create an integration flow. So as you have to develop from the scratch, so you will say something called replicate product. Okay, and then the runtime profile is cloud integration, and you will say add. So you can see here your iFlow is created. You just have to click and open it. Perfect. So now you can get an editor here. So if you notice the editor, you have a sender system and you have a receiver system. So basically, sender system are the system from where you are going to call that integration flow tenant. It can be anything. It can be an application, or it can be anything which you wish. Okay. Receiver system is a target system which you want to get the response. Now, let's suppose, for example, if I will say there are multiple systems right now in the whole scenario. If you have heard about this API called, let's suppose if you want some North Wind OData API, North Wind OData. Have you ever heard of this North Wind? So North Wind is basically a test service, test OData. Okay, if you open the North Wind, let's suppose if you want some customers. Okay, so let's suppose you want customers, then you can see all the customer properties. Okay, basically it's a test or data. Okay, so if I just give you into the chat, or maybe I'll show you some easy one. Region or suppliers, shippers. Let's use shippers. See, these are the shippers which is available. Similarly, if I come here and see suppliers, okay, so these are the list of suppliers. Okay, so now what is my scenario? So I will give you this OData URL, just a test OData. You can also test it from your end. Now, what my requirement is that as a scenario I'm going to derive that I'm going to consume this north wind data from integration suite. So basically, I'm going to consume north wind data from integration suite. And how I will going to consume? Let's see that. Okay. So let's suppose you have some north wind data, supplier data. And now if you see here, I'm going to first connect my sender to the start system. As soon as I integrate, I will get some adapter type like advanced payment mesh, AMQP, Ariba, AS2, AS4, Azure storage, data store, lot of things. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to choose HTTPS. Why HTTPS? So I just need an HTTP call and my integration flow will get triggered. Okay. Now you from sender system. So let's suppose your sender system is Postman. So I will come here and I will let's suppose your sender system is Postman. So from Postman only I will send a request. So you know the Postman, right, Nilesh? By the way,
Yes, yes. I know.
perfect, perfect. So let's suppose from Postman you are going to call integration flow, and it will get triggered using HTTPS. From there, let's suppose I will come here and I will come to this request reply call. And what is a request reply call? Let's suppose if I come here, come here, and you can see lot of adapter which is available here. Okay, lot more adapters. Okay. So let's suppose, for example, I need a request reply adapter. What is request reply? Request reply is basically used to do external call. Okay, so it will do the send the request to the external system and it will receive the response and send back to the sender system. Let's suppose I add one request replies information. And let's suppose this is my receiver. Okay, what is my receiver? Receiver is my north wind receiver, north wind, something like that I can do. So what I'm going to do from Postman, I'm going to call it. Request reply will get called. Request reply will call the north wind. From north wind, the data will come back to the request reply, and you can see back to the Postman. So let's suppose I add the request reply here. As soon as I get it out, so now can you tell me which protocol I should use? So can you see this is an OData framework? Okay, so basically I will use the OData. So this is the way you can have to call any OData service, whether it is S4, ECC, for example, right now Northwind. Okay, so let's suppose I use OData V2. Okay, so now you have the data. We have to do some setting here. So we'll come to the connection. Now it is asking to give me the address. So what I'm going to do, I will give the base URL, okay, address. So this will automatically come into the integration suite supplier part. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give the address. Okay, proxy is internet, authentication type is none because there is no authentication. CSRF protected and all this thing I will put it later. Okay, and I will come to the processing part. So once I come to the processing, you will see the so right now I need only get request. I will not do any post request. Simple get call I will do. Resource path, once I will do select, right, you will automatically see it will go and find all the information. So if I come to the step 2 and if I come here select entity, can you see all the entity which was available here? So if I remove like this, see, can you see all the metadata got read?
Yes.
Now I'm going to just check supplier, for example. Now the good thing in CPI is that if so right now if you see here, right, if I call supplier, you will notice that I will get all the details. So let's suppose I copy here. Let's suppose I paste it here. Okay, so there are a lot of data, right? So if you see here, there are a lot of data, and I don't want all the data. So, okay, so I don't want all the data. So I have the flexibility to choose it. Okay, So let's suppose I will choose supplier ID, company name, contact name, some address, city, country. Okay, that's it. Okay, maybe phone number is interesting then, or maybe region. Okay, that's it. Okay, not all the details. Okay, of the company. Now I have done this. I will go to the step 3. So you can see here that I can modify it out. Okay, and now you have to just say finish. Now what I did, I have configured it. I have tell me what is my resource path that I want only supply from the north field, and I should get the response. Now it is a very simple thing. So now what I will do, okay, so looks like there is an error or not, I don't know.
रोटी खा रही हो क्या?
Okay, so sorry for that, I got disconnected. Let me share my screen. So Nilesh, are you able to see my screen?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so now I come to this closed, and what I'm, oh my God, it's very bad. Let me just see if I can recover it. Perfect, I can recover it. So I will click with the save. Let me just rewind and check the, okay, something is wrong in the connection. Let me just go here. First come to this OData connection. Okay, perfect. Okay, so processing, I have to do it again. So let me just come here to the step 2. Select entity, supplier, and let me check a few of the details. Okay, let's suppose you don't want all the record, you only want 5 records from North. Let's suppose you can also do like that. Okay, so I want only 5 records. I don't want all the records of 5 records. And then you do the step 3 and you put finish. Okay, now you have completed this one. Now come to the other section, which is how to configure the HTTPS part. Now, if you come to the HTTPS part, let me just come here to the HTTPS and you have to give some address here. Okay, let's suppose I give the address as mm, something I can give, anything which you can. So basically, this address endpoint is the endpoint which you actually need to call it from the API. Okay, and this will help you to configure your customized one. So let's suppose I want some address called product/details. So what we'll do that a REST API call will get added via this endpoint, which is /product/details. Okay, and now what I'm going to do, I'm going to save it. Okay. Mm, okay, maybe I can do like this, and then what is the? Let me just save it first of all. I hope this OData connection is fine. I hope that OData connection is fine. Okay, save it. You can hear me, right, Nilesh?
Yes, yes.
Okay, perfect. And now I'm going to deploy the code. So let's see if you have to deploy your whole artifact. So I will come to here and I will quickly go and deploy this cloud integration. So now this has triggered for deployment. It will take some time to deploy. So we will wait for that time. And you can see all those deployed artifacts under monitor section. So if you come to the monitor section, and if you come to that all deployment, right, you will see one deployment has happened. Okay, and you just open that one, and you can see here the endpoint are getting created. Let's wait for some. There are no endpoint configured. Integration flow is starting. Let's wait for some time. It's starting. So we will wait for some time. Okay. Let me just configure once again. Why it is still in a starting phase? Let me undeploy, restart it. Let me restart it. Or let me just first undeploy it. Okay. Let me go to the design flow once again. Okay, let me go to the design part. Looks like there is some issue. Let me come to this artifact. Okay. Looks like we are good. Why it is getting still? Let me go to the postman and HTTPS. Let me just see. Product. I will do save deploy. Why it got saved? So you can see the deployment status here. Let me do one more stuff. I will again try to. Yes, connection. Product info. Okay, or is it why? Okay, so now it's deployed, and if you see here the deployment status, you will see that it's now started. You can go to the update, and you can see here that perfect. So you are here, and you can see there are no integration deployed successfully started. It will wait for, let's wait for time it started. It will take some time to get reflected. Let's wait for that. Yes. So can you see now the URL which got generated?
Yes, sir.
So how it comes? Just tell me, like how all this like slash product info from where we got this?
Slash product info we have written in the HTTPS. Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Stop.
Mm-hmm.
Dot. It's the tenant ID trial and
Yes, that's the tenant ID. But where you got this product info? Did you get any idea?
product info we have written in the HTTPS connectivity. No?
Yes. When we are doing HTTPS connectivity, there only we have written all this information that where is my what should be my unique HTTP call, which I have to do. Clear on this?
Yes, sir.
Now let's see how I'm going to call into the postman. So if you
Yes.
come here, let me just unshare and open the postman. Just give me a moment. Yes. So if I come here, authorization 4.0. Process plan. So now let me just share the screen and If you see here, this is my postman, okay? This is my postman.
Yes, yes.
Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to call this URL, okay? Call this URL. I will paste the URL here and I'm going to do the get request. So what is the issue? Can you tell me?
HTTP status 401. Unauthorized.
Yes, unauthorized. What does that mean by unauthorized?
But we have written that authorization is not required.
Yes, because we don't have the authorization yet, and how we can actually get the authorization. So if you want to access integration runtime, you need a credential, or basically a service key of that particular service. So now as integration flow, you have to create a service of integration flow where you help you to call via API. So let me show you how to do that. To come to the sub account, let me refresh it. Come to the service marketplace. Okay. Once you come to service marketplace, search for again integration suite, not integration suite, sorry for that. Process integration runtime. So this process integration runtime will provide access to the integration flow endpoint and public API of the cloud integration capability of integration suite. You need this service key only if you want to execute the integration flow or access cloud integration resource via API. Now, Prilesh, just tell me what exactly you understand by this sentence.
I think it provides the integration key or
Mhm. Okay.
and it helps to
So
execute the
yes,
integration.
so this will provide you a basically detailed service credential where you can able to access your integration flow via the API call. So now just choose the plan which is called integration flow and give any name. Let's suppose I will give iFlow and I will create it. So this service will start getting created. So now you can see here your service got created. And what we're going to do, we will create a service key. So we will come here, we will say S service key, and we will say client secret, okay, and we will say create. Now once the service key will get created, you will get the credential detail, okay. So you got the credential detail like token URL, client ID, client secret URL. So if you come to your Postman now, you have to select, go to the authorization section. Now select here OAuth 2.0. Now it will ask for client credential, choose the access token URL. So you will get the token URL from here, copy that. Okay, copy the client ID. Copy the client secret. Okay, and just to generate new token. So basically you will generate a new authentication token using this credential. So I generated it, and what I'm going to do, I will now do a simple get call using that token. Tell me, can you see the response now?
Yes, sir.
See, you got all the record. You got the top 5 record. I have selected only top 5 record. So if you can see here, you are only getting how many record?
5.
Now, let's suppose I will go to my integration suite tenant, and what I'm going to do, I will increase the count. So now let's suppose I come here, I will come here. Let's suppose I will select 10 record now. So I will click finish. I will deploy. Yes. Let's wait for some time. And it's deployed. And let's go and do the get call. Can you see how many record now? So are you getting the 10 record now? Top 10? So this is the very streamlined way where you can configure your whole integration suite technology. So now if you see here, you are getting lot of different ways where you can configure your artifacts. Okay, like let's suppose if you want to add any exceptions, you can add the exception, and you can all let's suppose your scenario is getting failed, so you can use the exception mechanism to avoid any failure. So let's suppose this is known as exception sub process. Okay, so let's suppose you just add it and keep it here. Okay, and what this exception sub process will do, for example, if your scenario is getting failed and you don't want your process integration to get collapsed, then in this kind of scenario, you can use this integration exception sub process. Similarly, there are many artifacts which is given, like let's suppose you want 2 senders, 2 receivers, you want end event, end message, you want message mapping. For example, you want a mapping where you want to configure sender system to receiver system, and you want to map them. Then at that point of time, you can use message mapping. Similarly, you can use content modifier if you want to modify your scenario or if you want to modify your system. If you want to respond, let's suppose now you are getting an XML response, you want to convert into a JSON response or CSV response, you can use those converter, which can help you to achieve that. So there are a lot of you can say scenarios which is given for you where it helps you to make a tool more stronger and powerful. Now tell me, how is your now understanding with your cloud integration? Did you at least get an overview right now? What exactly is cloud integration? Can you do one thing? Did you Nilesh would like to try this right now in your system?
Yeah, I can try. But
So
let me know that every integration which we create in in the integration suite, the client secret and client token will be same or something.
no, no. So if you have a sub account, one sub account, and if your company are working in sub account, one sub account, your credential will remain same. Okay. If you change the sub account, credential will get different. So for every sub account, one unique service, one credential is there. So right now, for example, if you see here, if I go to this sub account, you can see here my iFlow service which I created right now is this credential is having that. If I would like to create a new service instance on the same sub account right now with a different name, I will get a different credential. Okay, so Hamsha, that is the only thing you have to understand, that this credential will vary based on the circumstances and the situation. Duplicate the multiple service, same sub account, different credential. Two different sub account, same, even though it's the same service instance, different credential. So all these things will get varied. So you have to make sure that your authentication will remain correct. Understood?
Yes, yes.
Perfect. So now I have pinged you that URL, right? This service.odata.org. And now what you have to do here, now you have already activated the integration suite, right? And the capability.
Yes, yes.
So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you this screen right now. You just have to go here and configure it and quickly show this to me. Okay, I'm just showing it to you so that you will also not get confused. Don't configure this exception sub process, no need to do. Okay, so you can basically delete it, but you have to just configure an OData and HTTPS call, and so that I want you to see that your output is coming. Can you do that into the next
Yes, yes.
10 minutes?
Yes, yes.
I guess that
I
is
will
okay.
try.
Oh,
I will try.
perfect. Please try that. I am sharing the screen. I'm keeping on mute, and I'm going to share you that integration suite screen so that you will get not confused. Okay? Yeah. And do you have the postman by the way, Nilesh?
Yes, yes.
Perfect. So then we can test in your postman as well. Yes, now I can see. Okay, so now can you go to authorization and select OAuth 2.0, scroll up, scroll up. That's it. That is good. That is fine. That is fine. Yes, and paste it and select authorization in the down. Yes, select OAuth 2.0. Now come to the right hand side. Yes. No, just put the down, right? There is a down symbol is there, right? Down. Yeah, above, yeah, above. No, down. You will see that response in the response layout. In the response layout. No, not here. So just scroll down. Maybe just cut this one. Just cut this one. The down. You are getting all those errors, right? Console. Just
Yes.
cut the console. Just cut the console. Yes, cut it. Yes. Very good. And now scroll down. Scroll down. Okay. Wait. Go above. Go above. First of all, go above. Go above. Go above. Wait. Grant type should be client credential. Client credential. And give any token name. Give any token name. Any name. The token. Okay. And no. Okay, that's it. Or maybe you can keep the blank also. That's not a problem. Okay. And now can you just try to generate the token?
Yeah, here is the token.
Generate the token down. Scroll down. Wait. Cut it. Try pasting the value correctly. Client ID, client secret, just make sure that you paste it correctly. Open the access token. No, first of all, open the access token.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah. Exactly. Just check whether your access token is correct.
Access token this one.
Yes, copy that one. Yes. Now go to that. Okay, looks like it is correct, but again paste it. Paste yes, and now copy the client ID as well. Okay, go to the client secret also. Okay, now try to generate the token. Okay, now proceed. Very good. Use token. Yes, now do the get call. Fantastic. Some error happened. Okay. So maybe you can go to integration tenant. Integration tenant. Go to iFlow. Go to iFlow and go to your. Let's check. Okay, where you are. Have the any error? Open it. Yes. Open it. Okay. So first, let's check your HTTPS. Can I check your HTTPS? First, click on HTTPS. Yeah. Open this one. Go to connection. Connection. Okay, product info, which is good. Scroll down. Scroll down. No, same. Yes. Do edit first of all. Click edit. Okay, now scroll down. This connection. Go to connection. Yes, scroll down. Okay, that is fine. That is perfect. Now go to OData. Now go to OData. OData, yes. From above. Okay, go to connection. Okay. No. This is wrong. So remove the supplier. Okay, you should have to select the supplier on the processing part. Yes. So because supplier is the entity, right? So you have to first, yes, remove that. Remove that. Yes, and remove CSRF protected and reuse connection part. Not needed here. Perfect. And reuse connection also, if you want, you can remove it. Okay, and now go to processing. Yes, go to processing, and now select. Go now. Choose the resource path. Choose. Select. Click on selected. Okay, now click finish. Click finish. Finish. Deploy again. Deploy. Save it. Yes, and deploy. Yes. Perfect. Wait for deployment status. Just wait for some time. Wait. No. Just wait for some. Okay, maybe you can. There only also you can wait. That's not a problem. Okay, I guess it started. So now go to the postman. Go to the postman. No problem. Go to the nearest postman. Yes. Do the get call again. Send. Click on send.
Yeah.
Perfect. You got it?
Yes.
So that's good. Fantastic. Cool.
Thank you.
So I'm no problem. It's great that you have did it. That is what I wanted from you. Okay, and for all the colleagues who are watching the recording, that please do it by yourself. And that is why I've taken a special time with you that you